Glenwood Branch Makerspace. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Cricut Maker.
What exactly is a Cricut? Cricut is a computerized cutting machine. You use a computer program to create your design, then use the machine to cut it out. The Cricut can be used to make so many things: vinyl stickers, iron-on shirts or bags, cards and other paper crafts, and much more. Today we'll be making a reading sticker using the Draw and Cut feature. Yep, you heard that right. Cricut can draw things too. First step when you come to the Makerspace is to ask a staff member for a MacBook. These computers already have the Cricut Design Space software installed.
The library has a paid subscription to Cricut Access, which gives you the ability to choose from thousands of fonts, images, and files, all free to use.
On the Makerspace MacBook, we're going to open Cricut Design Space. Once that comes open, up at the top left, we're going to click on Canvas, which is a blank workspace. From here, you can design your project from scratch or search for project ideas on the Cricut collection. The first tool to be aware of is shapes. You can see the shapes tool is here, and there's a variety of shapes that are available. You can also search for more. Next is the text tool. I'm going to move it over here just so we can see it as we pick a different font. And I'm going to type in I, leave a space for a heart, and books. Up here, I'm going to change the style from regular to writing. This will give me the ability to have the Cricut draw my design instead of cut it out. If I click on the text and then come to choose a font, you can see there's a variety of fonts. And we're looking for this Cricut Access logo on any of the fonts that we choose. We need to be aware of and stay away from any of the fonts that have a dollar amount, like the $4.99 right there. Under filter, I'm going to filter by writing because, again, I want to make sure that my font is going to be something that the Cricut writes instead of cuts. I like this one. My text has changed over here. And the next step I'm going to do is look for images. Cricut has thousands of images, so it can be easy to get overwhelmed. I'm going to add a heart here. And over here on the left-hand side, I'm going to change the operation type. Again, I'm looking for something that's drawing. So I'm going to filter by draw only. That still gives me 65 different heart images to look for. Again, we're looking, when we're searching through images, for something that is free, that has the dollar amount crossed out with that Cricut Access logo. That will let us use the files that are free with the library's program. The library subscription has allowed us to cut those for free. There's lots of different options here. It's a little overwhelming. I'm probably just going to pick something simple to do this demonstration today. As you click or find ones that you might like, you can go ahead and add them. That way you're not stuck scrolling through hundreds of files and falling in love with one you saw about 5 pages ago. As you click on them, they add it kind of like a shopping cart down here, and you can always remove one that you didn't want. Click Add to Canvas and it will bring it back to your workspace. I'm going to change the pen color on this heart so that it's going to be red. Add a little bit of variety to my design. To resize an object, you're just going to click and drag any of the nodes that are on the corner to make it closer to what you want. I'm zooming in just a bit so I can move my heart around. The zoom is in the bottom left. Once you have it sized right, you can click and drag a square around all of your objects, and then we can use this alignment tool that's up at the top. I'm going to line them all in the middle, center vertically. I'm going to click and drag a square around both in order to select both objects and then create a custom cut line by using the offset tool. You click apply, and then if you look at the top left under operation, it does still say pen, so it's going to draw this unless I tell it different. So I'm going to come over here and change the operation to a basic cut. If you can see inside the O's, there's some additional holes that I'm not a fan of, so I'm going to use this contour tool, and if I click the pieces that I don't want it to cut, I can turn those contours off and make my sticker exactly how I want it. Closing this menu, you can see that those holes have disappeared. I'm going to change the color of my object to be white so that I can see how my finished product will look. Now, if I were to go to make this as it is, the Cricut will automatically separate things out based on colors, so it won't have my I Love Books arranged the right way, and it will have the cut line on a completely separate mat. That's not what I want, so I'm going to have to take one more step before I send it. Click and drag a square around my entire sticker, and then I'm going to use the Attach tool. The Attach is the key in Cricut to let the machine know that you want things to cut exactly where they are, in proportion to each other. Looking back, there's one thing I forgot to do, which is resize my design. Up here you can see the width and height in inches, and I need it to be a little bit smaller than this. You can enter the dimensions there, so that makes it 3 inches. The top right, I'm going to click Make, click on a mat, and then confirm. We're gonna see here, we have that. It's only a little bit over 3 inches, and that's gonna fit much nicer on my notebook. You can change the material size here, and I have 8.5 by 11 sticker paper, so I just want to make sure that it's set up right. And then we're going to continue here, following the on-screen prompts. It has you set your base material, and I'm going to browse all materials and find some sticker paper. So just type it in this search bar here. And this one matches closest to the sticker paper I have. You can see right here the green background is what tells you what kind of mat is recommended for each type of material. Vinyl and iron-on have the blue. The sticker paper I have has that green background, so that's why I picked the green mat.
Now we're ready for the next step. Bring the MacBook to the Cricut machine. Once at the machine, we'll need to open it up, turn it on, and plug the machine into your MacBook.
The library has pens that are available for you to use. Just grab them out of this top drawer. There's lots of different colors. Looking at the instructions in the Design Space app, it says to install the black pen and clamp A first. Each pen has 2 different tips, one thick and one thin, so pick the one which is going to work best for your project. To install a pen, we're going to open up clamp A, insert the pen down until it clicks, and then close the clamp. Cricut recommends a green mat for sticker paper, so that's what we'll use. Peel the protective film off the mat, and then make sure not to touch any of the sticky parts with your hands. We're going to line up the paper to the grid at the top left corner and press it down to make sure it sticks. We're going to install the mat by feeding the green plastic underneath these 2 plastic guides on either side. Once it's there, go ahead and click the blinking load button. it should pull all the way back to that back bar. This blinking Cricut logo is the Go button. Press this to start the machine. Once one tool is done, on screen will prompt you to the next step. It tells us to load the red pen in clamp A, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow the same steps that we did before. Open clamp A, remove the black pen, go ahead and get my red pen ready, and insert it right where the black one was. Down till it clicks, and then close the clamp. The computer screen prompts to click the Go button, and it's already flashing, so we're ready. It's going to go ahead and draw the red portion of the design, and it will automatically continue on to the cutting portion. Cricut's going to go ahead and cut using that fine point blade, which is in clamp B, to cut that outline around our sticker. And we are almost done. Computer says we are 100% done. And once that finishes, we're going to move over to the machine and click the blinking Unload Mat button to retrieve our project. For paper crafts especially, here's an extra tip. To avoid curling your paper, peel the mat away from your paper by flipping your project upside down and then peeling the mat away. And here we have our finished product. I love books. And I can now add that new sticker to my collection of other ones that I've made with the Cricut. There we go. The Cricut Maker is free to use at the Glenwood Branch Makerspace. Just bring your cardstock, vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, or other materials with you to get started on a project. If you want to learn more, the Makerspace regularly hosts project-based Cricut classes. You can find a class list by picking up a schedule in person at the Glenwood Branch. You can also search for classes at hclibrary.org. Click on Classes and Events, and then use the keyword search for Cricut. Here you can click on Upcoming and see the list of upcoming classes in the Makerspace. Go ahead and register for a Make It Ticket class. See you at the Makerspace.